Welcome to Russia. It's such an unexpected thing that you are here celebrating the International Coffee Day with the Embassy of Moscow. How do you like it?
Oh, a lot. It's amazing. I was dreaming about it.
Life is full of surprises.
Yeah,
And
totally.
definitely, we should thank the embassy for being so nice that they carried you here.
Yeah.
What you wouldn't expect. And I was saying that at the opening ceremony that it is a very seldom rare situation, unique situation, when a small farmer meets small roasters. So most public that came to us, most of our friends are small roasters. How did you feel about communicating with them? How did you imagine your customers and what they are?
Yeah, in fact, we are kind of used to this in Brazil because we are very close now with the market, and we know that it's very important for us because when we are in touch with them, we can grow our quality, we can understand what they need, so it's very important. For us, in another market, it's something totally new because we don't know the preferences, we don't know what people need here, and it's very important to get in touch with. So I found it great. It's people very friendly, very interested in our job, and I think uh, we can get better together.
So you were serving your coffees. Remember, we had 3 thermoses with your coffee
Yeah.
and a couple more with Arabicas. What drew your attention? What was the major question or request? What was it?
The first reaction of people is just, wow, conilon is not harsh. Oh, conilon, it's sweet. Yeah, conilon, it's flavored, it's intense, it's fruity notes. So it's interesting because people always think about the old impression they have about conilon. It's natural because that's what they know, the conilon, but it's impressive how they are curious about it. So I found it very, very good.
Well, we had the professional side and also people who have no idea about coffee. How did they ask different questions?
Yeah. Usually, the professionals ask it also to try both of three to understand the difference between what the process can do with the same coffee or similar coffee. That's interesting because they find something different on each. But the non-professionals are just amazed about the quality of the coffee. For them, is just great because they were comparing with the one they usually buy at the supermarket, maybe.
Maybe cafezinho?
Yeah,
Brazilians?
we saw some very fresh roasters in the supermarket like 1 year ago.
Oh yes,
So
that was our experience in Yeliseyevsky, the most fancy supermarket you can find in Moscow.
yeah,
And
and really great shapes with 1 year old roasted.
maybe two. It
Maybe
was
almost two.
2018.
Yeah, one was fresh, is like this year.
Yes, fresh as it is here.
That was tough because when you talk about specialty coffee, you can afford things like this. So I think this regular consumer that are not used to specialty coffee yet will be crazy about the flavor they can get from a fresh coffee.
And then we made this little tour around Moscow with you yesterday, and you managed even to see your bag
Yeah.
in the production.
Yeah, it was great. I sent many pictures to my family because it's really amazing. You find a part of your job so far away from your home, and people treating with this special care and doing a great job. This is amazing.
And what is your impression of coffee shops? We were tasting some espressos on the way. How do you feel about the potential to fit your product into the current scene market?
Yeah, I think the scene here is very diverse, as all the city. That's amazing. But some of these coffee shops are very trendy, very well equipped with beautiful machines and roasters, and this is very good because they are starting with the highest point. But some of them you see that the coffee lacks a little bit, so sometimes it's not fair the price they're asking for a coffee that is not that great, and sometimes you have a very good coffee with a very fair price. So we can realize a direct relation between the quality of the coffee and the price. So I think it's with some time it's getting better because the customer will ask for a better coffee to pay more money. So or they will always go to the same coffee shop because they know they could offer a good coffee with a fair price. So I think it's something to improve here, but it's natural because people will get more and more exigent with the quality.
I remember we saw the news with you about big players helping farmers. Tell me more about how it actually looks like, because you as a farmer have options. You can either sell inside the internal market, now you can export outside. You can sell to, in theory, to that big broker. How do you see all those perspectives? What is the difference? Why would you choose this way or the other?
The actual market for us there, it's really tough. They are paying less than the cost of the coffee for us, so it doesn't make sense for us to keep at the activity and to keep producing. So that's why we started to work with specialty coffee to try to reach another markets who would pay more for this coffee. One thing we should point here is that even the big industry are looking with a very good care with the specialty market. They are very interested on it. But for them it's very hard because it's a big company. It's like to turn around a big vessel, so it's really slow, and they can't focus on very single lot like this. So in your case, in the case of the small roasters, it's more like a jet ski. So you can turn around and turn another way, another direction. It's really fast. So it's better for us to split this in many small roasters. So for us is a better approach, and I think this way people will know more about our job, and people will broke this paradox about the stereotype about the conilon quality, which is very important for the other producers also. Our region is there are many people producing conilon, and they are kind of tracked on this low quality chain, and
it's a vicious circle.
Like a vicious circle. We are trying to break it, so we can release everybody, and everybody can grow together and search for their own market. Fortunately, in the future, they can supply also the big industry. We can't do it alone. With better quality coffee, also conilon. So we are trying to reach first the small ones because they are trendy, they are faster, but more than our brand, we want to prove, to show the world that we can do better coffees with conilon too, and to release these other producers also from this vicious circle.
Once the price, the cost of coffee in the cup of coffee is just 1%, it's easy to make it 2 without changing the whole economy of the business.
People from the small chains, the small roasters and coffee shops, it's easier for them to change the approach because they can do it faster and pick a very good coffee, and it won't be any difference or very little difference in the final cost. So for them it's worthy, it's faster to change their minds and pick better coffee. And it doesn't mean that we, as producers, we want the 50% of the cost. We know everybody has his cost, the rent and the barista and all the equipment you have at the coffee shop and the volume you have to run there to pay the bills. So we knew it. We know it's not this. It's not about this. The thing is, if we can't pay at least our bills at the farm, it doesn't make sense for us to continue the activity, and that doesn't make sense for us to stimulate our kids to grow coffee anymore. So it's important for us to find a way to get better results. Then we can grow our family too with a good condition, and they can feel that they can be in this activity in the future too. If in the other hand, different way, they will produce coffee anymore too.
Good. And those crazy flavors that we introduced in the event and we imported last year, it's not your fantasy, right? It's the Federal Institute of Espirito Santo helping you with the right methods and the right technology, the right everything. Tell me more how you build this relationship and how does it work?
Yeah, first time we heard about fermentation, we think that it could be a great opportunity for us to call the attention for people about conilon, because people are very used to in the better situation for a neutral, something neutral, and it's too less. We want more. So when we taste the first fermented coffee, we think we should try it to see what we can reach with this kind of process. Then we start by our own some very rudimentary tests, and we see that it maybe happen. So we heard about the IFES, Instituto Federal de Espírito Santo, Professor Lucas Lousada, that they have a very progressive work on this area. So we get in touch with him to ask if they are interested in work with conilon too, because we knew that they have a great job, great results with coffee arabica, and then he get excited about it. Oh, let's do it, and we did in the same year, like 4 months as the crop started. We did the first experiment, more than 100 samples with different treatments, different times, different yeasts, and after that we use part of this knowledge we acquire to reach our raw results, and that was great. When the end of the year, we have the opportunity to show to many people at the International Coffee Week we joined in Brazil, and it was amazing because we can get the feedback from people, many people from all the country and also from overseas, and it was amazing. People get crazy about the coffee. So that at that point we doesn't have the coffee itself, we just have kilos, 5 kilos, 7 kilos, but was really important to see how people would react to this kind of coffee, and everybody love it. So not everybody, but most of people like it. So we had to improve the process to do it on a bigger scale. Then we can sell this coffee, because it's important for us to sell, because when you sell a bag, at least 200 people is going to try that coffee, and then the thing is growing, and it's very important not to have the samples but to have the coffee to sell. In that year, 2018, last year, we had a very good result with these coffees, also in Brazil. So this year, 2019, we signed another contract with IFES, another corporation, to do another experiment, and more 125 samples So we are trying to find another process, other processes, other yeasts. What else? We have to test other things to reach different results again. So it's a never-ending task to find.
And they actually do something more than just experiments with you, because it was Lucas who brought your coffee to Roasters Village.
Yeah.
And we let it try to customers in the coffee shop, and people liked it, which was a point to break the superstition for the roasters, because their idea is I would never ever touch the conilon unless the customers begin demanding it, asking for it. So actually IFES is also doing this job of promoting your
in fact it's more than just experiment, because it's not working.
Yes,
so we get in touch through IFES, for example, and I have other now friends and also customers that we match with each other through IFES, and it's very important to transfer just not just the technology, but to create this environment for business, as I told you, because it's important to have the coffee to sell. Because when you sell a bag of coffee, many people will know this job. So important for us, because we are broken this paradigm. But important to them, because this way people know that the technology they create can be used for everybody. So more people is going to use this technology, and it's worthy, because it's the really intention, the really job.
So since you are pioneering, tell me how crazy can conilon be? Now you introduced the lot 27, which is already with some citrus acidity and is already getting better. What is in the future? Shall we expect some?
In fact, we are
crazy stuff.
Yeah, in fact, we don't know exactly how crazy it could be. We are still studying the processes, as I said. My brother just told me that a lot we let dry in there was totally crazy. I will try as soon as I get back. We'll try another process there. So sometimes you get you go so far that you have to get back, because it's just too crazy. Yeah.
Like,
it's
wait
too
a
crazy.
minute, man.
Yeah, like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Your favorite piece of
you can't understand. It's too much complex. So you have a market for all. You have a market for this totally crazy thing, but people may be interested in something a little less complex. So you have to put a little less craziness on the coffee. So you have the regular coffee, you have first level, you have a second level, and we don't know what's the last level. But I think the most important in this kind of process is that you can have a range of coffees to offer, because each people will like a different one. So if you have more options, you reach more people, because you can reach exactly what they're expecting of the coffee.
Let's reach as many customers in Russia as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
And do some more crazy stuff. Please, next year. You came this year a little bit too early. Roasters Village is in November.
Yeah.
But we are waiting for you to come next year, enjoy the event.
I hope so.
You
hope
need some warmer clothes.
Yeah.
But we are really, really happy.
We have time to arrange it.
Yep. Done.
Thank you.
You do it like this?
Yeah.
Ciao. Sure.
Фу, класс, вообще.